Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, this is Ashrama and you're watching us on Entry channel. We're going to talk about everyday news events and we'll be taking a view at all the important news events headlines of the day and all the important points related to the news events that you need to know from examination point of view. So stay tuned till the end of the video because the whole video is going to be beneficial. It's a short video, not a very long video. You can easily watch that and it's going to help you definitely. So before we move ahead, for all those who also want to practice the questions or quizzes for them, we have everyday live quiz which happens on Entry app. All you need to do is download this app from Google Play Store and then you can attain free live quiz of current affairs. And it's a very short quiz, everyday quiz, hardly 15 questions and 15-minute quiz. Let's start on our news events of the day. Prime Global Cities Index Quarter 1 2021 report was recently released. And who had released this report? First of all, now this report was released with the idea of highlighting all the prime locations of prime property places in India, in the world, and it was launched by the real estate consultant Knight Frank. It was Knight Frank which had released this report. Now, according to this report, uh, Shenzhen was the top city of the world, Shanghai being second, and Guangzhou being third in the index for the Quarter 1. Now, Shenzhen has registered the strongest growth as to 18.9% of growth in the last year. Then, New York was the weakest performing in the market currently with the spot at 46th, and the growth which was registered was a negative 5.8, minus 5.8% growth was registered by New York. There were only 46 cities which were ranked, out of which India also managed to make, Indian cities also managed to take the place. There were three Indian cities, New Delhi, Mumbai and Bengaluru, out of which New Delhi was the best ranked at 32. Then Mumbai was ranked at 36 and Bengaluru was ranked at 40 in this index, right? Then going ahead to the next one, PESCO. PESCO is a permanent structured corporation which is a defense initiative of European Union, and recently Norway, Canada, United States have been permitted to join this defense initiative. These are the first non-European Union countries which have been permitted for this initiative. The countries will participate in military mobility projects in Europe, and it was introduced. This whole project of PESCO was introduced on the basis of Treaty of European Union, and that was by Treaty of Lisbon in 2009. Then Climate Action Tracker recently released a report after the US climate change summit was complete. After that, it was estimated that global temperature will rise by 2.4 degrees centigrade by 2100 as compared to pre-industrial levels. And this is after all the promises of implementation of projects has been made. Once these are implemented, then if they are not implemented, then and the countries which are lagging behind don't catch the pace, then the increase is expected at 2.9 degrees centigrade. And there were 36 countries for whom the policies were tracked down as to how much they're implementing, how they're implementing these climate change pledges. Then National Aeronautics and Space Administration or NASA has recently celebrated Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month recently. This is every year celebrated in the month of May. So in the month of May, Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month is observed. Then Kojit operation was recently launched by the Armed Forces of India recently, and this was to fight COVID-19, fighting against COVID-19, and to connect the supply and demand chain of India. World's largest pedestrian suspension bridge by the name Aruca 516 was unveiled in Portugal recently. Now, since this is the world's longest one, so how much length is there? About 516 meters long this bridge is, and it is built over Paiva River. is built over Paiva River, and that is at a height of 175 meters above this river. Right? Then we have a Supreme Court which has recently pronounced that only president can take decisions for declaring the socially and economically backward community. The judgment was pronounced upholding the 102nd constitutional amendment, and therefore now any declaration regarding any socially and economically backward is going to be done only by the president, because currently state governments have been doing that quite a lot, providing reservations to state based a lot. So for that purpose, now the president is going to take decisions. Then India, France, and Australia, they held their first ever trilateral ministerial dialogue with London on sidelines of G7 meeting, which is also being held in United Kingdom capital London. Who was representative of India in this? The External Affairs Minister of India, S. Jaishankar, was representative from India. Then there was Foreign Minister of France and Foreign Minister of Australia who were a part of this meeting. When was this trilateral meet launched? It was in 2020 when it was launched on ministerial level. And after the launch of this trilateral meet, this is the first time that this has been organized as well. Now, who are the members of G7? Because G7 meeting is being held. Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, UK, and USA are the countries which are members of G7. Then what was Australia and India doing there? India and Australia were the guest members in this G7 meeting this year, along with South Korea and South Africa and Secretary General of Asia. These were the 5 guests of G7 meeting this year. Then Checkmate COVID initiative was launched, and this was for the chess community, for bridging that gap which is there for chess community who are affected by the pandemic. Yono SBI has partnered with Shivrai Technologies with an aim to help smallholder, marginal, and large-holder farmers via free application. Oil and gas public sector enterprises have inked an MOU with construction and redevelopment of Shri Badrinath Dham as a spiritual smart hill town. There were 5 of the top oil and gas public sector enterprises. There were 5 public enterprises which have signed it, that being Indian Oil Corporation or IOC, HPCL, ONGC, GAIL, and the last one being BPCL. These are the 5 oil and gas public sector undertakings which have signed this MOU. The contribution is going to be about 99.60 crores in the first phase of the project. Then we have Education Minister of Tripura, Ratan Lal Nath. He has introduced an Oro scholarship program, which is Oro short for Aurobindo Scholarship Program. Uniturn Advisors have entered into a partnership with Flow Realty recently. Odisha Chief Minister has declared journalists as frontline COVID workers, and therefore there have been certain changes that have been introduced in the state scheme. The scheme is Gopabandhu Sambhavika Swastha Bima Yojana, which is specifically a health insurance for the journalists, which is 2 lakh rupees of health coverage to all the journalists of the state. Now, in this, the addition is that in case they die on duty, then they will be receiving, the next of kin will be receiving 15 lakh rupees, while if they die on duty due to COVID-19. So with this, I'll be taking your leave. Major news events have been covered. We'll see you in the next video with more news events. Until then, goodbye, take care, and have a great day ahead, all of you.